This is a Alamo Flail Mower SHD 88. I purchased it used recently, and in this video we will be rebuilding the drive shaft, changing the oil, replacing several broken and missing grease fittings, and just overall checking, making sure everything is up to snuff and it's ready to drive, ready to mow. The PTO shaft won't extend, so I've been soaking it and kind of just tapping on it with a hammer, trying to get some penetrating oil down in there. This connection here onto the spline shaft going into the gearbox is pretty sloppy, so I want to take that apart. This thing was advertised as ready to use. The blades look like they're in great shape. They're pretty rusty, but there's none missing, and they're not all banged up. And it looks like you can, once one side goes dull, you just take them and turn them around, and the other side's good. So worst case scenario, I'll just have to turn them all around. But I think once you go out and mow with this thing for a little bit, all the rust will come off these, and they'll look pretty nice. It does spin. Everything turns. We turned it by hand. I'm not sure if there's going to be a Zerk in here or not. I'm hoping so. This one's missing. That one I started greasing and it broke off. This little shroud is all mangled up. I want to take that off and make sure all of our gears are good. It's belt driven through here. So this is their website. If you register on their website, all you gotta do is put your email in and create a password. They'll give you all these manuals. So I downloaded the parts manual and the operator's manual. I think it's great. I think it's great that they do that. You know, some places they make you buy the parts manual and then make it hard to get. Well, let's see if there's oil on it. That's what I'm putting in it. Gearbox here, let's see. Banjo gearbox. Use multi-purpose gear oil. It doesn't give a weight, it gives a part number. I'm thinking this is likely where we're supposed to fill to. Already there. Okay, didn't even take two. Alright, so this Zerk broke off. Actually, it broke off on both sides. So let's try and get these out. Really haven't had great luck with these easy outs. Sometimes they work. If it does work, it's the quickest way to do it. It doesn't seem like it's gonna grab. Yeah, it's not gonna grab. And my drill bits aren't here, son of a bitch. This is not gonna work, I guarantee it. Just about guarantee it. I need to make this hole bigger. Let me see if I got some drill bits here. Not sure if that's bottoming out or what. Let's see what happens. No, it's not turning it. Okay. That's not gonna work. Tell you what though, it bit right in. Let me go get a 1/4 inch socket. It's pulling itself in. See if it, oh, it broke off, you fucker. Great. Oh, that's what happens when you buy cheap stuff. Son of a bitch. Well, let's see if we can drill that out. Oh, you know what we're gonna end up doing? We're just gonna drill a new hole. We're gonna drill a hole over here, and we'll tap it and we'll put one in. Alright, I'm going to try this. Let's see. I have these, which I like because they have a nice fat, it's less likely to break off. You know what I mean? It's kind of in a vulnerable spot. And I had the matching tap, that's why I'm using these. This is 11, it's a 3/8 24 tap. I'm gonna try an 11 30 seconds drill. See if that works. Damn. Alright, let me see if I have an intermediate size. Not working. Alright, 1/4 inch. Wow, gotta love brand new drill bits. Let's see if the 11 30 seconds works now. Alright, last thing I'm going to try is sharpening it. We'll see if that'll work. Probably not. Okay, I gotta go to the store. Alright, nothing like a brand new sharp drill bit. And this is our 3/8 24 tap. Alright. Yeah, it's taking it. Well, we have the same sort of situation here. Except in this one, it seems like the Zerk is just completely missing. It's not broke off inside. So I can start with a brand new hole on the side, which is a better spot for it. It's kind of, if you back into something, you break the Zerk. But I think I'm just gonna keep it in the same spot, only because all the new flail mowers don't have wheels. I think they realized that the wheels were unnecessary and they stopped putting them on. So I'm probably gonna use this thing one time with wheels and decide if I want to keep them or not. I mean, they're not hurting nothing, but it does make it a little less compact too. So we'll see. Until it hadn't been greased in a while. That's what I used to. Here's the tap. The 1/4-inch extension kind of fits it. So I'm going to try to reach in there and turn it with this 1/4-inch extension. Okay, it started. it's going a little too easy. I think I egged out the hole possibly a little bit, just because it's I couldn't get straight. It's starting to bite a little bit. Yeah, it's biting. Huh. If we get away with this, to be honest, we're doing good, because if not, the pulley's got to come off. It's going to be a way bigger job. So I think this was definitely worth trying. Yeah, it's definitely tightened up. We're cutting threads, and I'm fairly deep too, so let's see how we did. Ooh. Yeah, is it gonna come back out now or what? There we go. All right. Moment of truth. Come on. I kind of like these pipe thread ones better because they're tapered and they bite in easier. So we did good. I think this is going to be like a perfect fit. I'm going to find out in just a second when we grease it if everything holds. Oh, it's like perfect. That's pretty snug, and there's about one thread left showing. All right, here we go. Let's grease it. Oh, the old Zerks is in there still. There's grease coming out. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see that? Well, maybe I can't get a good angle at it with the camera, but the grease is coming out, so rotate it a little and grease it. Yeah. Rotate it. Oh yeah. Let's do the same thing here. This is one of the few that we didn't have to replace. And I already know that it takes grease, but we're gonna grease it all the way around. Now, it's spilling out a little bit, but most of it went in. Okay. So I'm going to spin it. Well, Now that the drum is greased, it spins way easier. That's a good sign. I mean, see, these are in a really easy spot to get bumped into. It's coming out, and unfortunately, that drum does not roll. Oh, there's weight on it. There's weight on it right now. I think once I have this hooked to the tractor, I'm going to assess the other grease fitting once I can have it lifted up in the air, because I might be able to just screw one in. I can't find the hole. So like I said, I've been spraying it. I'm going to try to use this felling wedge. So let's see, we're about an inch and a quarter. Pretty sure I can see it moving. Yeah, I gained about 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, it's pretty good now. Now it's moved almost 3/4 of an inch, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. It's moving. Up in here, there's 2 bolts going through this way. Probably not going to be able to see them. I want to get those off and just take that whole assembly off of there. Just a hair smaller. I'm not sure I'll be able to get the bolt out. Let's see. Well, the nut's off. Don't look too bad. pretty nice, actually. You'll see a grease fitting here. This is a seal bearing. The belt's in pretty decent shape. Let's see if there's a number on it. Yeah, there is a number on it. Okay, so there's one. There's the other one. Oops. What's happening now? See the size of the splines coming from the gearbox. It dawned on me that after I ordered this, that this PTO shaft might not be original. So hopefully that's not the case. Okay, the moment of truth. Wow. Shoot. It don't look too good. It doesn't look too good. Let me get a... So I spent $140 on this with shipping. This drive shaft is obsolete with this style, but I could have replaced it with a newer style for like 500 bucks. I'm really hoping that I don't need to buy all these clutch plates, and I'm going to exceed what I would have spent to just replace it. Let's see. Yeah, that's not good at all. Okay, so this one's okay. Well, it held together. Maybe it's not okay. I think that I want to price these out before I reassemble this. Just trying to minimize the amount of fire that I get out of this thing. I'm trying to clean up some of this grease. This definitely should have been a pants day. Oh, that'll come out of there. I gotta remember to wear pants when I do this. Jeez. Okay. While that's cooling off, this was still partially seized. I had it soaking in penetrating oil for like a week now. So let's see if we can get that moving. It's moving. Now I got all these needle bearings falling out and burning me. Jeez. Wow. Alright. For the inside, alright. Made a bit of a burr on the inside of this. Pounding that apart. Let's get that cleaned out. Oh. There's a couple spots right here, it's pretty bad. The heavier artillery here looks like this. What the hell it's catching in that one area? Well, I think that's alright. I think I'm gonna try and stuff this rag down it just to clean some of that shit out of the inside. I think I got a long piece of threaded rod. Too far. Oh yeah, there's a ton of shit in there. I'm gonna use this threaded rod like a file. she's pretty dirty on the inside. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see how well they go back together without any grease on them. I don't know if... Yeah, beautiful, look at that. Okay. Oh. So there's some snap rings on each side. Oh, I hate these fucking things. That one came out pretty easy. Come on. Let's get this. Stubborn. Should go through that way. What's going on? Got a little crooked in there is what happened. These snap ring players I got aren't the greatest. Come on, you fucker. There. Jeez. So now we got our new guy stuck in there. There. Other side. There's an alternative way to do it. I didn't want to have to hit this side hard and break this casting, so I'm glad that came out easy. Let's do the other side. Wow, would you look at that? This side's hammered. This is the oldest unit that they made. It's the oldest version of the SHD 88, and it has a different drive shaft that they don't make anymore. When I look up the they call it a cross bearing. I've always called it a universal joint with the Alamo part number. There's a couple places that sell it online, $120 and $150 plus shipping. It's pretty steep, in my opinion. They're usually like 20 or 30 bucks. So I'm just gonna try to take a measurement between the two channels for the snap rings and order it that way. I already know that the cap size is 30.2 millimeters. Okay, so I gotta get a measurement from here to here, and I really don't have a way to do that, so I gotta cut something that length and then measure that. I'm gonna use a piece of wire, I think. Okay, so right about I'm just going to cut it long and work my way down to it. Oh, it's still a hair long. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's get a measurement on see here, we got this is exactly let's see, here's 3 inches. Okay, so we're 3 inches, 3.1 inches, 3.01 inches. This friction plate, which this caliper goes to 6 inches, and it's beyond that. So we're 6 and 1/4. I'm pretty sure these are imperial measurements. This would be 3 3/4, almost on the money. Yeah, it's pretty much on the money. And then for thickness, so this is 1/15 of an inch, 0.15 inches. So I also found these by the part number, and they're $50 a piece plus shipping. So I'm gonna try to find a cheaper set. I found some like universal friction plates, $5. So go back to the computer at the house and see if we can get all this stuff ordered. My parts are in to finish the drive shaft. So here's our clutch are friction discs, they call them. All right, and here's one of our originals. So here's the part number for the one I bought, and these were, I think, $8 or $9 a piece. I just measured OD, ID. I believe it was 6 1/4 outer diameter, 3 3/4 inner diameter, and I just searched it out online. It was listed as being the same, but the original is slightly larger outer diameter and also slightly larger inner diameter, just barely. This should work. Here's the parts manual. It's also about 100 pages, and they go through all the different clutches that there can be on this thing. So you gotta kind of, if you have one of these things, you gotta download this and figure out which one belongs to your machine. Mine was this one, and all the parts are different on this one than all the others. Oh no, it wasn't this one. It was wasn't this one? It was this one. This is the one I have. This is the only actual Alamo part I bought. This was $140. So I didn't want to spend $140 and then $100 and then $120 on the Alamo universal joint, or they call it a cross bearing. Because then I basically just bought a new drive shaft at that point. So I'm gonna do this second. Let's do the clutch. I gotta finish cleaning this up. Alright, so this side is pretty pitted and corroded, but I don't see any reason why I can't turn it over and use this side. This side is in better condition. So that's what I'm planning to do. We'll see if it works. So that's the side that the clutch used to be on. We're going with this side. I think this side's fine. So the yoke is the other clutch face. Gotta clean that up. So I'm pretty sure it goes together like this. Okay. That's how it goes. Oh, let's see if there's a piece missing. Isn't there? Yes, there. This. And this is the side that was towards the clutch before. I'm going to use the other side. It goes like that. Okay, so like I was saying before, the drive shaft I have is the oldest one that they used on this model, and it has a different U-joint. The Alamo part number for it was 001450. and the cheapest I could find was $120 plus shipping. This is the same size, I'm pretty sure. I'm really hoping. And I found this one for $20 some. So let's hope it fits. I went. It was. See, I believe it was 3 inches, just over 3 inches. It was like 3.0 something, or 78 millimeters. And then the caps were 30 millimeters, or I believe an inch and 3/16. Oops. Alright, so to get this ready, what I want to do is put a little extra grease on all these needle bearings to hold them in place. There's nothing more frustrating than having these needle bearings fall to the bottom of the cap when you're trying to put it together. Alright. If there's extra, it squeezes out. It's not the other way. I'm trying to keep this clean. Okay. All right. So as I'm doing this, I want to get, while it's in there, I want to have both sides lined up so it can, so the cross part is partially in and it can slide back and forth into both caps. Okay, that way we know it's lined up. If it's like this and we try to drive it in, all we're gonna do is bend the needle bearings. So this is kind of a delicate step. Once we know it's lined up, we can just crank it in with the vise. So. Wow, that went in really easy. Almost too easy. Damn, there's the slightest bit of play. So this part number is a 30 millimeter cap. What's supposed to be in here is a 30.2. And that 0.2, I mean, it doesn't, there's the tiniest bit of play. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Let's see how it feels with the snap rings in there. That's not ideal. Okay. Wow. Never in my life have I had that much trouble. Man, there's a tiny bit of play there. What the fuck? That's gonna vibrate. Okay, what I've decided to do, only because I don't want to spend more on this thing than I would have on a brand new drive shaft, I'm just gonna put a couple. I'm gonna put 3 tacks. 1, 2, 3 on each side. Okay, there's just the tiniest bit of movement, and I think that I think that this will work. Okay, that's what I'm going with. I know it's not right, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with it. Oh, that one went easy. What the hell? When you weld steel to cast, it always breaks. But it's just, I just want to take up that little teeny bit of space so it doesn't wiggle around. I think that we're okay. We'll do that. Okay, so here's our clutch plate. And I'll tell you what, again, that little teeny incremental amount, it makes it not fit. I mean, we're talking about half of a millimeter. That's crazy. This is gonna work or not. It's working. All right. There it is. It did work, but man, what a pain in the butt that is. All right. I'll put this one on this side. Do the other one. Springs. I'm missing one. Oops. The spring on, buddy. The spring on. I'm missing one. Let's see where it is. Right back. You know what I forgot to do? Put the Zerk in there. Let me do that real quick. Almost forgot. That's kind of important. Okay. My thinking is this is really tricky. You don't want this, obviously you don't want the spring to spin. So to get them all tensioned the same, it's like almost like truing a wheel on a bike. When you adjust one, you adjust all of them. So it looks like I can see I got a big gap over here, or excuse me, a small gap and a big gap. So that's see, I got tension on the spring, but I can see I got daylight between the clutch and the friction plate. So I'm going to keep going with this one. It doesn't seem to be taking it out. It's seated perfectly on this side. There's just a little gap. So let's see if we can get that out. Okay. So we got the gap out. I still got to tighten up. That. We'll call that good. Just in about 5 minutes of mowing, you can see these teeth are already starting to clean up. It cuts pretty good. I had two issues. You could see that the clutch wasn't quite spaced evenly all the way around. And the clutch started to slip when I got into heavy grass. And it really put out some smoke and I could smell it. That's like one of the nice features of those, is you can freaking smell it. You know when it's slipping. So the other issue, I think that I was running it at too low of RPM. I was running the tractor at 2,000, only because this tractor's been sitting for a while, and I just kind of wanted to take it easy on it. But it needs to run at higher RPM than that. I'll look up in the manual to see what it suggests. So okay, over here, let's tighten up that clutch all the way around. I'm just gonna really put a lot of tension on it. So that roller already cleaned up quite a bit also. I bet that after an hour of mowing, that thing's gonna look polished. So let's see. How are we gonna get that out of there? It's definitely broken off. I mean, look where it is. It's such a horrible spot. It's obviously gonna get hit. The best place for it would probably be here. This one's a little different though, because you got to drill through here and here, and you can't put it there. There's a gap. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, I got the hole drilled, but unfortunately, you can see it doesn't go all the way through, because it goes through the race, and the race is like super hard. So I'm just gonna try to use it the way it is. Okay, so that didn't go great. Because the point of the tap was hitting the race, I couldn't use the tap, and I ended up just getting a socket that fit over the nipple part of the Zerk and just driving it in with a hammer like this. And it took grease, but I'm sure that it's going to break off. It hangs down below the ski, and someday I'll have to change it, and I'll put the grease fitting in the back with one of those ones that's like a 45-degree angle up, and hopefully it lasts a little longer. But it did take grease, so I'm glad I did that, and we can go out and mow again. I did buy, for this, when I go out mowing, I have a mowing job coming up, I did buy a spare belt to run it. The belt's in good shape, but you know, belts, they go when they feel like going. Yeah, pretty happy with it. It cuts nice. I ended up there's some operator error where when this thing starts to bog down, my instinct is to step on the pedal with my left foot, because that's always been the clutch. I've always bush hogged with a geared tractor, and this is a hydrostatic, so every time the flail mower would start to bog down, I'd go to step on the clutch and accidentally put on the brakes and stall it. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment there. Other than that, I really like it. It's a good cut. Actually, I'm going to take it out and show the quality of the cut. So this is the quality of cut. Looks pretty decent. The transmission went out on my tractor last June, so it's the first time this has been mowed It's about 2 years of growth. So it was a good test, and it's a good mower. I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, I had it upside down. Here it is. It's all put back together. We mowed with it. Everything's good to go, and I'm quite pleased. It does a great job. It cuts better and uses less RPMs to cut than a bush hog would. So I'm really pleased with the flail mower, and that's it for this one. I'm on to the next thing. Alright, before I just wanted to show some of the specs of this thing. The tractor the flail mower I have is this SHD 88, and its horsepower requirement is 40. I'm assuming that's PTO horsepower. My tractor's rated at 38, and it ran it just fine. But here's some of the smaller ones. 62-inch cut only needs 20 horsepower.